In one of my previous posts, I mentioned that after 75 days of being married, I asked for a divorce. And really, it was 60 days. But I was like, maybe you tripping. Give it a second. Wait a minute. See, what's up. But at day 75, there was like an event that happened, and I was just like, no, ain't no way I'm finna stand this. I don't care nothing about no paperwork or none of that. I got to get out of this situation because this ain't it. I'm going to preface this story by saying I have never been a woman to stay in a relationship longer than I need to. I have always been the woman that has gotten away. Now, I'm not going to say that I haven't stayed in situations longer than I should have, but when the light bulb went off, I had no problems leaving. So, here's a story on how I got married, and after 75 days of being married, I wanted a divorce. I'm also going to say we didn't even have the opportunity to live together. So, we lived in two separate homes, and I mentioned that I dropped the $1,500 for the divorce. So the divorce was a non-contested divorce. So he didn't contest it. And so we didn't have any children together. Didn't have any assets together. We didn't live together. No shared vehicles, no shared accounts, no shared anything. So it was a very kind of in and out process once I filed. So the backstory, I went to FAMU. He went to FAMU too, but that's not how we met.
I just gotta stop it right there, guys. Like 2 minutes in, and she ain't even started the story yet. Shout out to you, baby. I'm gonna plug your information below so everybody can check you out. I know you did a part 2, but I think for the purposes of this video, we're gonna keep it at part 1. But it seems like a lot of red flags overall. You getting married, didn't live together. How long do you guys know each other? And it just didn't make it to 60 days. Like, how long do you know this guy for? A couple days? Let's get back to it, man. Let's go.
We actually met because he some kind of way found me on Instagram. I'm not sure what video or what picture I posted on Instagram that caught his attention. I can't even remember, but nonetheless, it did. So he initially started like DMing me, but it was just friendly. He initially let me know, hey, you graduated from FAMU. I did too. So that was literally like the conversation started. So if you know anything about FAMU, you know, like we're one big family. So if a person says, oh, you graduated from FAMU, I graduated from FAMU, that's an immediate conversation. So that's initially how we met. So it was just friendly conversation. Now I will say this, he mentioned that he had graduated from FAMU, and I said, oh, me too. But I'm I'm kind of leery, like when guys slide in my DMs. So I might respond, but I respond very short, kind of like, okay, you graduated from FAMU. I did too. Okay, whatever. So he would like comment on my pictures. He would comment on my videos, and I took it with a grain of salt. I was like, whatever. But he kept being consistent with commenting and, with sliding in my DM. So it went from like, I like that picture to, I think you're a gorgeous woman. And then it went to, you know what? Where are you located? Like, what city are you located? So, we talked about, I let him know, I'm in Atlanta. And he was like, oh, me too. I just moved up here not too long ago, blah, blah, blah. So he asked me,
To make a long story even longer, now we're 4 minutes in and we still haven't, baby, this thing needs to speed up. All right, y'all both in Atlanta, both went to FAMU. You're educated. I think she's a professor, if I'm not mistaken. But let's speed this up, babe.
on a date, a coffee date, which is should have been red flag Number one. So I politely responded to him. I don't do coffee dates. I have a nice Keurig in my house with all the bells and the whistles. I don't need to get in my car. I don't need to get dressed. I don't need to drive in Atlanta traffic for no coffee. So if a coffee date is what you're offering, I'm not interested. He responds back, okay. It's no problem. Cool. What, we could do a restaurant. We could get drinks, talk over, get drinks, get food, whatever, talk over food in a nice restaurant. So I left him on red for like a couple of days, because the coffee date thing didn't sit well with me. I'm like, who is, like, I don't do coffee dates. So, he responded again and he was like, I'm not sure if you got my message, but, I'd like to take you out. So I was like, you know what? Okay, cool. Ain't no harm in meet him. I will drive my car and meet him, out. So we decided to go out on a Tuesday. So infamous Taco Tuesday. So I met him at a real nice taco place in downtown Atlanta. Now, another thing that happened when I got downtown to the taco place, Atlanta's downtown is crazy with parking. Like, it's awful. So it took me, I was probably like 30 minutes late, and I'm not usually late, but I was about 30 minutes late because I, for the life of me, could not find where to park. And so I shot him a quick message and let him know, I'm going to be late because I'm having a hard time, figuring out where to park. So he was like, he was giving me instructions, and he was like, I can come out there and show you where to park. Blah, 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 blah. Long story short, I found out where to park, got into the restaurant, and met him in the restaurant.
Now, she sounds like a red flag. Now, this is like, you don't want to go on a day. It's not about getting to know somebody. It goes back to character when we talk about women, right? It goes back to character, and women that's talking like this. I deserve more than that. You need to take me to a restaurant and all that. And you train that way to believe these things, that's what they need to do. And this 6 minutes in on this video, as far as her video right here, I haven't seen it. So guys, I'm sorry if I already said. So it looks like we're going to have to go to part 2 so we can find out what actually happened, because she's super long-winded with getting to the point. And it sounds like you had all the red flags in the beginning, so he shouldn't have married you unless there was some stuff going on. I know, guys, so I had to take a brief intermission. Here I am just recording the rest of this video. What I found out, and like I said, I'll link her information for you guys to watch, because I think she has like 18 parts. So all in all, this could be like a 2-hour thing, which I'm not about to make it that. I'm just going to give you guys a quick synopsis. I didn't watch all the episodes, but just to do a recap on all of this, as far as the red flags go, let's start at the beginning. She was a single mom, and this gentleman had kids too, from my understanding. The fact that she didn't want to go on a coffee date, which was an issue, him asking her out, she was like, she should be taken out instead of on a coffee date, which is like, I'm too good to even, basically, I'm not even interested enough to get to know. The guy she ends up marrying, I guess he's a religious guy. She's not really religious. He's heavily religious. And she finds some things out that you guys will definitely find interesting. But I think it says a lot. You both living in separate households. You're only married for these few months, right? 2 months, basically. You guys are obviously up in age. None of this stuff was discussed ahead of time. And now, uncontested divorce, so on and so forth. You haven't even had a chance. So it seems like this whole thing was rushed. And not only that as well, guys, that I didn't mention, she's an educated woman, right? A lot of these new age independent women, you know how they do when they get married, they keep their last name and attach the guy's last name on the end. Well, that's something that she decided to do as well. And he was adamant about it. So if a woman's telling you and she's giving you all this pushback, almost as if it's a privilege to marry her, bro, you just need to go on about your business, man. But let me know what you guys think. You guys check her videos out. Get her some, let's run her views up so she can get her coins or whatever. And let me know what you guys think. And would you have gone through all this stuff to marry this woman in such a short time? Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next videos. It's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm the best. Let's run it up to 1 million. Quit playing with me. Peace.